Hey man, here's Alex Wright, the German. If you wanna know what the Germans are about, pick me, and you're gonna have a hell of a victory. I promise!
We are back live, and what a broadcast we have had so far. The inaugural 2-hour edition of WCW Monday Nitro Live on TNT. Each and every week we will bring you 2 hours of the finest here in WCW. And I tell you what, the Shark had his head shaved by Big Bubba.
Half his head.
Half his head.
Half his head. Shaving half his head's better than none. That's the way to look at it.
We have had an interruption here that has all of us quite taken aback, and he wants to talk. He'll get his shot at the end of the broadcast, depending on whether or not he can I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to handle this one. The Macho Man, Randy Savage.
You know what's so
not so
dangerous about
conspicuous by his absence, I might add.
But I'll tell you what's so really dangerous about this man. Instead of WCW pulling him in the office and saying, look, you're done for 6 months, you have to go for medical help, and dropping it as that, they barred him from the television buildings, they barred him from television. He's outside pacing like a caged animal, like a loose, not a caged animal, like an animal in the wild, like a tiger, like a lion, like a panther. He's out walking up and down, and he's just seething inside. He's just getting madder. He is going to explode, and I don't want to be around when that happens.
Nobody does, and in a way he is a caged animal. The problem is he's outside of the cage. He can't get in.
Well, he's caged himself. He's living inside of himself, and he wants to burst out, and he wants to put his hands, his claws, his paws around the neck of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. But Flair's busy right now spending his money.
Lord Steven Regal now and Alex Wright, our next contest here on Nitro. And you know, you look at what's going on here tonight, you look at the devastation created by the Giant, you've got to wonder, Hulk Hogan, he may be traveling around the world, he may be doing a lot of things for charities and hanging out with guys like Sugar Ray Leonard and Shaquille O'Neal, but you can bet the great Hulk Hogan watching closely at everything that is going on here on Nitro and in WCW.
Well, one good thing, at least him and his buddy Shaquille can watch the finals on the NBA in a couple weeks, because Shaquille won't be in it.
Yeah, I'll tell you another guy that's getting real close to the NBA is, well, two of them, the Nasty Boy, hanging out with Dennis Rodman.
That should just about ruin Dennis Rodman. What's left of him.
I'll tell you what, I talked to Brian Knobs last night. He says, man, this guy's a ghoul. He stays out all night long. I can't even keep up with him. That says a lot coming out of Brian Knobs.
You know why he stays out all night? He's not allowed out in the daylight.
Steve Regal, Alex Wright. Alex Wright, a tremendous young prospect here in WCW. Very young athlete. A man who shows a lot of promise, but now, and you look at Steven Regal, you know, you talk about experience. Here is a guy that has wrestled all over the world in all kinds of conditions. He actually wrestled in the tar pits of India when he was 17 years old. He's wrestled for food. You see the guy standing on the street corner? It says they work for food. This guy's had to wrestle for it. And look at that, tremendous takeovers by Alex Wright. You talk about speed, you talk about agility, you talk about young up-and-coming stars. This is where it's all going on right here in WCW.
And they're coming from all over the world,
Yes,
from England, from Germany, you name them. They got them coming from Mexico.
Invited and uninvited, I might add. And speaking of uninvited, we got to do it anyway. There's a break coming up, but we'll be right back. Hang in there. Oh, no.
You can't pin him there, you idiot. Get him back in the ring if you want him. You know, what's going to happen with this other guy?
I don't know. And welcome back. We are in the match, the middle of the match. Alex Wright, Lord Steven Regal, coming your way. And hey, I want to take this opportunity to say a good hello to a good fan, a viewer, regular viewer of WCW, Dave Redicott, out in Washington, watching each and every week like so many people do from coast to coast. Thanks for watching, Dave, and look forward to seeing you next time you happen to be in.
He's a rent-a-cop.
No, Redicott.
I thought you said he's a rent-a-cop.
No, not a rent-a-cop.
One of those guys that stand out the Dairy Queens and keep the traffic moving.
You are
with the
indeed
two-cell flashlight.
impossible.
No, I don't know. It's just a stab in the dark.
Lord Steven Regal now with a European uppercut. Alex Wright from Germany. Easy for him to fire back with one of his own. Fires back with two. Inverted drop toe hold drop toe hold takedown. And into a crossface and an open palm.
Come on.
And now intimidation for the more seasoned veteran.
You know, you talk about the respect everybody, and we all have for our great cruiser champion, Dean Malenko, but this man knows a lot of ways to take you down too, his lordship, Steven Regal.
Take a look. I don't mean to interrupt you, Bobby, but take a look how he rotates that forearm along the inside of the cheekbone in that headlock. He's not only holding on to the head, he's trying to punish that outside cheekbone, and then fires away with an uppercut forearm.
Well, what that does is that'll swell both your eyes up. And if you can't hurt a man, if you can't see him.
Ooh, belly-to-belly suplex.
He got him.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Still to come, the Stinger. One half of the World Tag Team Champions stepping into the ring with Scott Steiner, his good friend. Kick to the side of the head here. And this, the intrusion that took place earlier, cover one. He'll have his opportunity to say whatever is on his mind. I do take exception and want to apologize to any of the fans that heard some of the comments earlier, you know, to come out here and make fun or refer to Billionaire Ted and the Nacho Man and Scheme Gene is one thing, but no need to insult the fans. But anyway, he'll have his opportunity in just a little bit here on Nitro. In the meantime, Lord Steven Regal working over the younger, greener, if you will, Alex Wright. Alex Wright in the corner. He needs to fight out of that corner if he stands any chance here to defeat Lord Steven Regal.
And everybody's been talking about a match coming up with Scott Steiner and Sting. I don't know if they've ever met, but a lot of the wrestlers in the back are they're not leaving, they're sticking around, they want to watch this one. I don't know if these men have ever been in the ring against each other, or if they've been in a tag together, or what's going on.
Oh, Bobby, did you see that? He reached back into the cheap seats, unloaded a European uppercut that just about took Regal out of his boots.
Hit him right in his tea and crumpets.
It's a good thing he tied those boots on tight. Look out, here he comes. Nice move. Regal in trouble.
He barely made it. Had he hung on, had he got him good, he could have scored the 1-2-3, or he had him. Just a little bit off on his dive.
Top wrist lock here with the cover, Regal.
Okay, I'd like to leave him a phone book.
Why? What do you mean the phone book?
Well, not to call anybody. He can put it in the seat of his trunks, so when Flair starts spanking him, it won't hurt that much.
Get out of town. Let me tell you something. You're selling him way too short, partner. Kevin Green, Steve McMichael, intense.
Well, when they're done with Kevin Green and his football career, he'll be able to sit nude on lumber and tell you if it's pine, birch, or wood.
Yeah, we'll find out. June 16th, the Great American Bash, exclusively on pay-per-view. And this one is getting exciting. Alex Wright, perfectly executed, well-timed, right on the button. A drop kick that sent Regal to the deck and sent him to the deck hard. Regal trying to get up, and he is stunned and dazed. Alex Wright is fatigued. That's what Regal has been trying to do. Fatigue the younger athlete. Win the battle of attrition. And so far, it hasn't worked. It's not working now, Heenan.
But that did take a lot out of Alex Wright, because he did not go in for the cover. Hits him with a big backdrop here, but doesn't cover him.
Timing is everything, Heenan. He wants to make sure he's down.
Yeah, don't waste your time, sauerkraut breath. Go get him. Oh!
Running elbow, and Alex Wright in control of the contest this far. Don't forget, jump spin, jump wheel kick, standing wheel kick, cover 1, 2, and didn't get the 3 count. The Stinger, Scott Steiner on deck. We have got a loaded Nitro coming your way.
And this just isn't 2 hours tonight. It's going to be every Monday night.
And backbridge with a hook, 2, 3. He got him. He's hurt. Alex Wright was hurt. Holding the back of his head.
Well, he made a valiant try. He gave his best. He did the best he could. He worked his tail off. But sorry, sucker, wasn't good enough.
Just when I thought you had an ounce of respect running through those veins of yours, I thought you were going to say something decent about it.
Nah.
Alex Wright.